It's cuddling time. The Wiko U Feel has arrived. And I really fell in love with that backside material. Feeling so soft and so good. It's warm and a good grip to your fingers, nevertheless very robust, so you can have scratches just swiped away. Nevertheless, looking very classy with that metal frame around here. So I really love the optics and the haptics. Especially you have just 5-inch, so 127 millimeters. So the opposite corner is easily to be reached by a thumb, not necessarily usual on all the phone you buy these days. So it's really very compact. 71 by 143 millimeters, by the way, and 144 grams. And I measured on the edges here 7.5 millimeters. Here is the biggest, that's 10.1 millimeters, but in most cases it's 8.6. So I really love that. And especially once more coming to the display, look at that black. It's not AMOLED, nevertheless, for IPS dual domain, it's really good, great quality. Yeah, on the other side, it's not the brightest one. I measured here in the middle of the panel 416 nits. That's 13% less than usual. Nevertheless, it's okay, yes, you can see here. The only thing is you should need to know it's just 720 by 1280 pixels. So coming to a density of only 295 ppi or 135 pixels per square millimeter. That's 48% below the average. On the other hand, look at these tiny texts over here. You can read them without any problem. So it's okay, but for a price of street price at the moment, around about 200 euro, including tax here in Germany, Europe. So it might have been full HD, I guess. So it's a little weak on that, but you can live with that. But before we come to the result of the battery runtime test and the benchmarks, let me show you one thing that's not usual these days too. First of all, you can rip off the back side and that you have real dual SIM. So not whether you can expand the memory or a second SIM card. You have 3 slots here. That's micro SD up to 64 GB officially, and internal memory 16, leaving a net of 9.5 GB. So that's absolutely okay. And you see here, you cannot remove the battery by yourself quickly. But on the other hand, for the support, is just a few hand grips to rip that off, change the battery. So you will have your phone back in less than an hour, I would say. So 2500 milliamps, by the way. You can see this one, but we come to the runtime test results a little bit later. Yeah, let's close this one here. You need to know also that you have 4G and dual say HSPA, but Wi-Fi N only in the old 2.4 gigahertz band, not in the newer 5 gigahertz. So you don't have Wi-Fi AC and you don't have NFC for that. Not the best one. On the other hand, you have that fingerprint sensor here. So let me show you this one. By the way, that's a mechanical button, so you can use it as a home button and nevertheless scan your finger like that one. I scanned it in this way just to test what is happening if I'm pressing here. So it's absolutely okay. It's not the quickest one, but it's working. Maybe I have to scan in a little bit better. So it's working, but not the best one on that case. I just tried it once. What I wanted to show you is that you not only can unlock your phone with that, but also start, let's go here to fingerprints, set actions, that you can start an app or call a contact. So you can have 5 fingers scanned in and thus start 5 apps or 3 apps plus 2 contacts, whatever. That's why Wiko is doing that ad like with this finger, I call my boss. So you can have start your fingers with just 1 finger, 1 contact or 1 app. You know what I want to tell you. Coming to the cameras, yeah, on the back side, 13 megapixels video in full HD, and on the front we have a 5 megapixels camera. And look at this one here, that's a front LED, a front flash. So for selfie fans, if it's dark, just most cases they are not the brightest ones, but it's better than nothing. So for this price range, a front flash, that is totally okay. Then coming to the processor. This one is the MediaTek 6735. So the exact same one like in the LG K4, for example, or Sony Xperia E5. So very, very low, 4 cores, 1.3 gigahertz only, and the Mali T720 MP2 as GPU. But on the other hand, surprise, surprise, 3 gigabyte of working memory, of RAM. That's great. So nevertheless, in the runtime test, I take more than 40 single values out of 15 benchmarks, calculate an overall value, and in that, the U Feel is 49% below the average. So even for the price, 200 euro at the moment, this is 19% below the average. So this might have been a little bit better too. So this is display resolution and processor performance could have been a little better even for that price one. You have a little phone assist here on that one, and especially you might have seen that this is really native stock Android, except that you do not have the original launcher, but this one here. But I like that more because first of all, you have it very comfortable here. You can have scroll it on the edge here, so very rapidly, and especially you have alphabetical sort order just from the start here. So search, of course. So I really love that app launcher that's pre-installed here, but of course you can have everything you want to on it. That's the only difference I can see at the moment here, what's not stock Android on that. Yeah, it's Android 6.0, not 6.01, and the rest is that I wanted to show you here about phone. Oops, let's go like this one here, that you do not have the current security patches. Look at that. It's now beginning of August and still the security patch from May. That's not much better on other manufacturers, of course, except you have a Nexus phone or, remember, lately the BlackBerry DTEC 50 that's giving out the security patches the exact same day Google is giving them to the Nexus phones, so day 0 patch. So security costs here is something you have saved, or the manufacturer has saved money at the thing here, like all others do. So that's something you should know. If you want to have security, go for the BlackBerry or Nexus phones and pay for it. Yeah, and with that, coming to the last information for this quick first impression here from the Wiko U Feel, that's the battery runtime test. As I told you, 2500 milliamps. Not too much even for 5-inch. Nevertheless, in the runtime test, 459 minutes. Absolutely okay. 6% below average, but for regular users, absolutely okay. You will come through the day without any problem, maybe even through the second day. Yeah, well, for intense users, you might need to recharge during the day, but for that target group, that regular users, absolutely okay. Yeah, it's available since now in several markets, the Wiko U Feel, starting officially recommended retail price 229 euro. Here in Germany, it's right now 200 euro including tax. Thanks for watching, take care, and bye.